This tutorial will help you put a photo on your CineTag screen. To get started, download the CineTag blank artwork bitmap file template from lightwidow.com/artwork. Open the file in Photoshop. Now, choose an image to open in Photoshop. This spider will make a great CineTag image because the background is simple and the subject has plenty of contrast. If your image is simple artwork or just a logo, check out our other CineTag artwork tutorial. Keep in mind the final file is a 1-bit image. Every pixel is either black or white. Let's start by orienting our image so that it will fit the aspect ratio of the CineTag screen. I'll rotate the image 90 degrees. The CineTag screen is 128 by 296 pixels, so I'm going to use the rectangular selection tool and set it to a fixed aspect ratio of 128 by 296, or 16 by 37. This fits the spider perfectly. Let's crop the image to the selection by going to Image, Crop. Now that we've reached our final aspect ratio, it's time to convert the image to black and white. Using the black and white tool, I can achieve the greatest contrast possible. I'll bring the blues and cyans closer to white, and I'll bring the red hourglass as bright as possible to make it stand out from the spider. Before I resize the image, I'm going to open the Levels tool and try to increase the contrast as much as I can. I find that if you push the contrast pretty high before resizing the image, Photoshop does a better job at resampling. Looks pretty good, let's resize it. 128 by 296 is our final size. Make sure that resample is checked. Okay, it's time to guess and check. You can copy-paste the image into the BMP template at any time to see how it's looking. Photoshop does a pretty good job at converting a high-contrast black and white photo to a 1-bit image. I'll play around with the Levels tool to get it as close to pure black and white as possible while still retaining the essence of the photo. This looks like a pretty good option. But say I want the spider to stand out perfectly from the background. That'll take some customizing. I'll use the Magic Selection tool to choose most of the spider, then expand the selection by hand to capture the entire spider. Most photos will take a little doctoring to get them to work perfectly on a CineTag. I'll copy this spider into a new layer, hide the background, flatten the image, and use the Levels tool again to eliminate any gray pixels. I can even touch up with a paintbrush here and there. This image will translate perfectly into the bitmap template. Let's save this template as a new file. Make sure you retain the settings. If it's not saved as a 1-bit BMP file, it won't work on the CineTag. And drag and drop the new BMP file into your CineTag's art folder. You can either add it to the existing art or delete the art that's in there. You can always download the default art again from the website if you delete it. Now just make sure you enable artwork on your CineTag, and anytime there aren't filters present on the filter screen, artwork will display.